Have you ever felt afraid of just sitting still and doing nothing? Be honest, we hate the feeling of boredom. But you know what? It's actually boredom that makes your life more meaningful. Sounds strange, right? But science has proven it's true. According to Professor Arthur Brooks from Harvard University, boredom is actually a very necessary state for the brain. When you do nothing, no phone, no music, no work, your brain activates the default mode network. That's when you start thinking more deeply about yourself, your life, and your purpose. In other words, boredom is the gateway to creativity and self-understanding. One of Brooks's colleagues, Professor Dan Gilbert, conducted an interesting experiment. He asked participants to sit in a room for 15 minutes with nothing to do. There was only one button on the table, and pressing it would give them an electric shock. And guess what? Most participants chose to shock themselves rather than sit still. That shows how much we fear boredom. We'd rather feel pain than face it. When we're bored, our minds start to ask, what's the meaning of my life? What am I really living for? Those questions might feel uncomfortable, but they're the ones that help us find our purpose. Yet today, we've almost completely eliminated boredom from our lives. The reason? It's the phone in your pocket. Give yourself just 5 free seconds, and you'll instantly reach for it to scroll, watch videos, or check the news. And just like that, you lose the time to think deeply, the space for meaning. When we constantly fill our minds with entertainment, the brain no longer has a chance to connect with itself. That's the path that leads to depression, anxiety, and the emptiness so many people feel today. Professor Brooks advises, you need to be bored more often. Try starting with small things. When you go for your morning workout, leave your phone behind. On your way to work, don't turn on the radio or a podcast. Allow yourself to sit still for 15 minutes a day, doing absolutely nothing. You'll start to notice something magical. The most interesting ideas come when your mind is free. You'll also find that everyday life feels less dull. Your work, your relationships, and even yourself. Arthur Brooks admits that he's just as addicted to his phone as anyone else. So he set a few golden rules. 1. No phone use after 7 p.m. 2. No phones in the bedroom. 3. No devices during family meals. 4. Take regular social media detox breaks for a few days. At first, he felt like his brain was screaming, "Grab the phone! Grab the phone!" But soon after, he began to feel calmer, more focused, and happier. Are you afraid of missing out? The truth is, nothing's really that urgent. If you don't read the news for a few hours, the world will be fine. If you skip social media today, you won't lose anything. What you truly lose is yourself, if you never allow yourself to be bored. So turn off your phone. Sit still for a while, and let your mind wander. Because sometimes, boredom is exactly where the meaning of life begins.